Hello and welcome back to Tammy's Antique Vintage Dolls and More. And tonight, it's a little bit past midnight, but I thought I'd share this little big girl with you tonight. This is a doll that I bought, and she's from the turn of the century, as I'm finding out. She had a wig on her head that was glued to her head, and it said on the wig, Eva Gabor wig. It was kind of falling apart once I took it off of her. Now, I didn't see marks on her at first with the wig on her, but once I took the wig off, high up on her head were some marks that made in Germany, 0.5, 18.5, and it said 142. So I'm taking the 18.5 is the size of her head going around. I haven't measured it or anything at this time, but I do know that's probably it because this wig that she's wearing is around that size. It's off of one of my other dolls, which I've now realized, and I kind of knew it at the time, that the wig that I put on this doll was a little bit on the big side. I never glued it down because I knew the wig looked big on her, and I wanted to buy a smaller one for her. But anyhow, being that said, it fits this doll just wonderful. Now, I wasn't too sure that I liked the ringlets, the sausage ringlets they call them, but now it's beginning to grow on me, this wig, and I'm really starting to love her for that wig. Now, this doll comes with problems because she was in a wet garage, and because her body was not made of composition. It's made of the way that I was talking to Dodie's doll, and the way she described it, it's like almost like an egg carton-y type cardboard with plaster on top. And I was calling it paper mache or whatever like that because I knew it was kind of light. And Dodie made a very good comment. She said you wouldn't want the body to be made out of composition because that would make the doll heavier, which therefore the child couldn't pick up the doll and play with it properly because of the weight of the compo would have been so much heavier. And with this light, we're going to call it egg carton-y type material, cardboardy material that they used, it made the body lighter, and the child could then take the doll and play with it. Now, the problem with this doll is, as you can see, she has one leg shorter than the other, and that's because part of her leg has fallen apart, which is right here. Here's her leg right here. I'm shadowing it, but anyways, there's the bottom of her feet, and you can see the plaster underneath, and the cardboard is there, and here is some more of it right here. You know, so I have the bottoms of her feet, not a problem. They can be glued back on, and not a problem. And this is all present, the back of her leg to the front of her leg, all there. But here's the issue that I need to look at is that the paint wants to come off. And I don't know what she's been painted with. So I'm going to test her paint and see what she's been painted with. If she has went for a repaint at any time in her history, which wouldn't surprise me, then the thing is that, then I'm going to have to look at, do I continue taking the paint, do I take the paint off of her and then restart her all over again? How do I take the paint off? Will it hurt the cardboard underneath? Blah, 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 blah. A lot of questions I have there. Should I just continue if it is acrylic, just to put acrylic on top of her? I have a lot of questions that I need to first research. So right now, I put the dress on her just to give her a nice look. I'll show you her body. She has a nice old body on her. Okay, I'm just going to move out of the way. She has a nice old body on her. I love how her hands can actually sit on the arms of the chair and rest. This is her face up close. I'll let you see her face. Beautiful face. No cracks in her face. Nothing of that sort at all. Beautiful, beautiful sleep eyes. She's just gorgeous. But anyhow, as that may be, she's a beautiful doll, and I'm just loving her. Just standing here and just taking her all in, and just loving up the fact that she's in my chair, in the chair of one of my dolls. She sits in it very nicely. It's like the chair was made for her, the rocking chair. The rocking chair goes back to probably the same time period as her, close to it. So she's in a period rocking chair as well. I'm going to talk about her clothing later. I think it's something that needs to be discussed in a separate video altogether, because I think it has a very interesting facts that go along with it. So we'll talk about that later. Today is just introducing her. I have no name for her at this time. I haven't named her, nothing. Today is about the realization that I own her and that I have this nice, beautiful old doll. And it's not about value, what she's valued at, because I really don't know, and I don't think I really care. I think that it's the value of that she needs to be fixed. In the condition she's in and the problems that she has, her value is not of any concern to me, even when she's fixed. It's more about restoring her and treasuring her for the value of the age that she's at, and to also, to just the fact of owning such a beauty like this is something I treasure more than monetary value on her. So I'm just going to enjoy her for the doll she is right now. She needs work, yes. She's going to have to be ripped apart from head to toe. I'm going to, like, her head will be fine. There's no work that needs to be done on it except this wig here is going to be her wig. And she came with a dress on her as well, which could be her original dress, which I'm taking it is now. So everything about her, what I'm going to do is just, maybe I'll buy her a period dress. I don't know yet. I'm really in a lot of I don't know land right now. And so I'm not pressuring myself on anything at this time. But she's going to have to be unstrung, and I'm going to have to repaint every part of her, fix every part of her, and get her back together again. And that's going to be a feat in itself. Is that something I'm looking at today? No. Or tomorrow? No. Right now, I'm drying her out because she's wet, just letting her dry and just enjoying her in the rocking chair at this time. So when will I work on her? I don't have a clue. Tomorrow I'm going out to the shop and we're going to go back to let's restore a doll together. I want to get some focus back, go back to what I was doing. We'll come to this doll when I feel I can deal with her, and I need research on her before I'll let her. I want to work on her. I want to do this. There's something in me that compels me to do this. I need to do this type of thing. So for right now, she's going to stay dry out. I'm going to dress her and just leave her in this chair for right now. I think that's the best thing for her at this time. It's a lot better than where she was in a wet garage. So we're going to just leave her at that. But I want to introduce her. I want everybody to see her because I'm excited. And I know she's going to slip out of my mouth when I talk. I almost said it today when I was doing my doll dressing of the Horseman doll. I almost spoke about her. And I thought, I got to make this video, talk about her, show her to you. She's a beauty. She's just a beautiful doll. Like I said, her beauty and just owning her is more of a treasure to me than anything. The value of her is nothing to me. It's just the beauty of her. So anyways, I hope you see this in her, that we can get her standing one day here and get her up beside a nice buggy and let her have the look that she needs to be up beside a buggy, looking into a pram and fixing her baby, you know, in the buggy. That would be so sweet to see. By next spring, summer, I have her up with all the Patty. She's the size of a Patty Playpal, by the way. She probably stands the same height as Patty Playpal. She's about 34 inches, and I think that's roughly what a Patty Playpal is. So what you're looking at is a Patty Playpal of the turn of the century. So these are childlike dolls. These were dolls that were hard for people to keep in their homes because of the fact of them being so big. Just like today, I hear a lot of people say, I love the Patty Playpal. Somebody commented on my site, I love the Patty Playpals. Oh, Viva, you did. You commented, you said, you know, I can't fit no more. I can't fit the big dolls, and I get you. You can't. After a while, you got to go, hey, that's enough. Because they're so big and cumbersome to have in your home, you can't move. And I understand that, and I get it. You know, that's what happens. So you know something? Same thing happened to these dolls here. People put them away because they're just so big. And yeah, they're beautiful in their own way, but where do you put them? How do you stand them up somewhere? And a lot of people just don't like the way they look. My husband John, he told me, get a wig on her, do something with it, because I can't take the way she looks without a wig on her. Once I put the wig on her, he could relate to her a little bit better, and he was okay with her. But until then, he was having problems with her. And so I got her back in my doll room. I put her in this old rocking chair, which is close to her period time, and he could deal with it a lot better then. It's just that she's so realistic. And but I didn't think she was old. I really thought she was a reproduction for a long time. I did. It wasn't until as I've owned her here, for the little bit of time I've owned her, I really just was saying she's a reproduction, but she's not. That wig, when I took her wig off, said it all to me that she was something else. She says made in Germany right on the back of her head. We will come to that, all her markings later, not right now while she's drying. I don't want to move her around too much. I'm going to take this dress off of her, and then I'm just going to let her dry with a heater on her. And going to give her days of just drying out. And let her come and calm down, let her material calm down. But I wanted to share this with you. I hope you're happy for me with this new beautiful doll here. And I'm going to share her with everybody on camera, on videos, as I progress through her restoration as much as I can. Because I'm going into a field that I'm unsure about, I'm shaky in. So that's why I'm taking steps back and doing some real investigation into her before I just start, let's rip her apart type of thing. That's not my avenue. I'm not going to do that to her. I want to respect her and do the best I can by her. So anyways, have a great night. I know I've got some work up ahead of me, but right now, tomorrow, look forward to Let's Restore a Doll. Have a good night. Bye-bye.